This was a collective idea to make this happen. I don't mention the brand and people involved to protect their privacy. Thank you. I'm Nicholas Kinnear, and you might be experiencing retention issues in your business or workplace. Now, hopefully this can help you out in your journey, and you might find some similarities that we're experiencing, and maybe you can take these on as well. Now, at the moment, I'm helping out with retention with food, but this has been a group effort. A lot of cogs have been put into place to get to this moment. Unfortunately, we've been experiencing a lot of turnover, and I have a stinking feeling this is probably the reason why you're watching this video in the first place, which has led to a lot of research, which is kind of ironic because I've been doing a lot of research on free meals, but I've been waiting patiently for the right moment. I was told 2 weeks ago that there was an idea that sprung about subsidizing meals for $4. Unfortunately, I misunderstood. I thought that was gonna be $4 per person that the company would cover. But that comes later. What started this whole thing for me was the question: what do companies gain when providing a free meal to employees? If you are curious of all my research that I was doing, all the links are down below in my description. So I'm finding out all the benefits, which was already stuff I knew from experience. And then I wanted to know what the other cons, maybe there were some things I was missing. And one common thing that just came up was food inflation, which I was like, okay, that's a given. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, why food? Chefs and cooks create a really deep bond when eating together. And in that result, what ends up happening is we have very close relationships, we collaborate very well, and look out for each other on our weaknesses and strengths. That sounds exactly what you would want in a workplace, right? So the idea is really simple. You're getting the people to eat food around the same time, and then what ends up happening is they create a larger inner circle instead of their small little circle that they have in the workplace. The problem in America is they create cliques and won't let many people in the circle, which is essentially a rejection, which you already know where I'm going with this. Everyone's experienced rejection. And when you feel rejected, you've all done this, we've done this, I've done this, you don't want to be there anymore. You don't want to be at a party. You don't want to be in whatever this thing is you're experiencing. Because what's the point? And especially in a workplace, it doesn't matter about how much you get paid, you're gonna leave. I definitely can say that. I've left a place where I don't care about the money. Yeah, you pay me a lot more, whatever. I don't care. I don't want to be at this place. What you guys have as an environment, not my thing. Which ultimately means there's no sense of purpose. And when you can't wake up with a sense of purpose, why bother? How we got this to happen was this. I gathered all my ducks in a row and went up to upper management and pitched them we should do a free meal. And they were totally into it. I shit you not. 15 minutes later, I watched this YouTube video where actually it was more like I was listening to it while I was, cutting up vegetables and stuff like that. I hear these words uttered by Simon through this video.
And so now it's at the point where companies have given up and are now just asking millennials, what do you want? And so they say, we want free food and bean bags. And so now every company has free food and bean bags, and guess what? Nothing has changed.
I immediately run downstairs and go, we can't do free meals. It's not a good idea. It's not gonna change anything. What we can do is lower the price. We should just lower the price. That's the best option we should do because it won't change retention. An hour later, we spoke to the general manager to get their approval and to see where my labor was going and what were the other things we needed to get going to make this happen. So we did a big announcement for it, and the general manager decided we should do it for an entire month, which I was like, absolutely, and see if this actually increases retention. And if it does, cool, awesome, it's gonna stay. Now, if this doesn't increase bonding and retention, we unfortunately have bigger and deeper issues, such as job satisfaction, an absence of a clear path, lack of recognition, poor employee management in relationships, creative freedom. Now, this last one I would say comes from experience, and it's this. People know internally that they're going to be let go because they don't have the work ethic or are able to produce results. So they do themselves a favor and get ahead of the curve and leave and go to another place. Or this one, some of the coworkers' friends have left and which ultimately gets them to think, why am I here? Last thing, this is my doubt. Lowering the price won't change anything because people pick things what they know, and when it comes to something new, they're not willing to do that with their money. So conclusion, providing a low-cost meal may increase retention. If this doesn't fix retention, you may have deeper issues. I'm Nicholas Kinnear, and don't forget to click the like button if you actually made it all the way to this video, and it helps more than you know with the algorithm, so there's that. And if you haven't already and this is your first time meeting me, subscribe for more content and videos and cooking and business or whatever. Anyway, peace.